But anyways, I want a JBL speaker. What's up, guys? It's your boy Pxxxnda here, and dude, we have a grind. We have a grind of a weekend. Today we have a case tournament. Tomorrow we have a Vegas regional, and then Sunday I have a world celebration. With the following week coming up, if you guys want to catch my next video, obviously this is the first video of me being backed. Woo, congrats! 2 months out, bro. Crazy. Anyways, I'm grinding. Anaheim's coming up. You got to make sure I lock in. So anyways, like I said, so we got 3 events this weekend, and we got 2 events next weekend, which is 2 regionals in a row. So I'm grinding the game. Got to put in the work, making sure I know the format. I'm pretty locked in. I'm pretty good on my adaptability right now for my deck. I'm currently playing Yummy. I honestly think it's the best deck, especially with the new rules. Don't hate me, but I like the new rules. Yeah, we are playing with the new rules today at the case tournament, which is actually insane. I love it. I love it. That way we don't have any ties. We could just go straight long shot and good to go. So once we're done with the case tournament tonight, head into the regionals. Anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date with my rounds. Round 1, like I said, I played against my buddy, so he was playing Yugioh K9. I have a pretty good matchup. I'm actually really good with that matchup, so I think I'm okay. I just want him to get that practice in. And then for me, round 2 as well, I played against Yugioh K9. So like I said, 10 to 15 minutes, I ended the game. So we're going to round 3. I'll keep you guys up to date. But today is a case Mega 10 tourney, so keep you guys up to date. Alright guys, so finished round 3, ended up 2-0ing my opponent. He was playing Mermels. It was pretty cooked, pretty crazy. There's only 5 rounds, top 8 or whatever, and then we'll go from there, but I'll keep you guys up to date. Alright guys, end of the case tournament. I didn't really go over my other rounds, but I pretty much got into top 8. I was like 5th, I think, or whatever, and got into top 8, and then I lost into top 8. I ended up losing against Malice. I got too old. Sweet. But I had like a full hand trap hand, and my top deck was a hand trap for game 1, so couldn't do anything, and he played through my hand traps. And then game 2, I only had 1 starter, and he had the hand trap for it, so it is what it is. Lost in top 8 to my buddy. 2 of us that are in the car ride to go to Vegas got into top 8 too, and we both lost, unfortunate. But hey, now we can drive to Vegas. It is currently 11:48. Let's go to Vegas.
Let's go, baby!
Because initially the case tournament was basically practice for today, which is the regional. I'm at Las Vegas Regional, and I already checked in, already registered. We went to go get a smoothie, got a couple drinks, trying to lock in. We got new time rules, all the new rules just in place now, so we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys up to date. Just give you a start off. There are 156 players in total, which is about pretty average for a Vegas regional, which makes pretty much sense. I think like last year there was like an 80-person regional. Round 1, ended up 2-0ing my opponent. He was playing Memento. Took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but we ended up finishing in I think like 20-25 minutes. And so I'm going to be doing time tracking for my tournament because I want to make sure I play proficiently, and with these new rules in effect, trying to do my best to not go into time and get that double loss, and hopefully nobody self-destructs me. Went into round 2. I ended up playing against Yugioh K9. Game 1, really fast. He only activated Ash, didn't reveal his deck to me. He ended up scooping. Game 2, he made a board, ended up checkmating me. I think it was like 2 minutes for the game, and then we went into game 3. Game 3, keep in mind, we actually got deck check game 2. So they gave us an extra 10 minutes, obviously, from the deck check. Going into game 3 at 29 minutes. We got a double loss. A lot of variables come into play, dude, and I was like, I know I'm winning this. That's all it is, and just didn't let it go. I think I played perfectly. There was only 1 misplay, but it wasn't even a misplay. It was more of an optimal play. It could have been optimally correct to make a Herald instead of a second synchro, but he had 2 unknowns in hand, and I knew the other 2, which was Man, Love, and Ash. So I couldn't risk making a herald and then not being able to bounce with my surprise. Going to round 3, keeping up the high spirits. I plan to still win. Win out. We'll go from there. I'll keep you guys up to date. What's up, guys? So we just finished round 4. Round 3, I forgot to tell you guys, I ended up playing against like Super Quantum, Diabell Star, like Bean Smith, like Raizio, Mitsurugi. It was like a 60 card crazy build. Game 1, I cooked them. Game 2, I didn't even see any Super Quantum cards until that game, and then he like ended up making full board, so I used my hand traps incorrectly. I could have optimally used the Ogre correctly if I knew what Super Quantums did, but I didn't. So anyways, whatever. He makes a tower, he makes a full board. I couldn't cook it. Couldn't beat it. We go into game 3, 7 minutes in a round. Crazy interaction. Anyways, I end up making full board. Then like he attempts to Regeki, and then I end up judging it into Regeki. And then he tries to activate Thrust, and I was like, I didn't activate a monster effect. And then so he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He takes it back. Normal summons Night Sword Serpent. And dude, I was like, there is no way I'm about to let this guy slack. I was like, are you going to enter battle? Are you going to end your main phase? Are you going to go to end phase? What's up? And he starts rubbing his face, and I was like, there's no way I'm about to call a judge. And then he's like, I'm actually just going to concede. And shows me his hand, he bricked. So that was round 3. That was crazy. Mentally draining. Round 4, ended up playing against Yummy, so I only went, I ended up 2-0ing him. I had like the correct hand traps. It was nice. I ended up playing it correctly too. Clean. I did make one misplay, dude. It was crazy. I can't do that. I need to stop doing that. So anyways, I'll keep you guys up to date on the rounds. I'll let you guys know how everything goes, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. Round 5 update. Played the boy. I jinxed myself. I told myself that it was the bye, and I ended up being the bye. Lost 20 minutes, which is actually not that bad. He actually took pretty well. But wait, I mean, we did talk in the beginning. So, but homeboy.
It was a close one.
It was not a close one, dude. He's him. He literally turn 0 killed me game 2, and then 1 to Dyro, obviously. So game 1, he like just full boarded me. I couldn't break it. He played flawlessly.
Hey, I tend to
He's him.
that.
Update round 6. All right, guys. So round 6 just finished. I ended up playing against Vaporsoul K9. I went 2-1. So like game 1, he made full board with Vanquishour. I literally had one hand trap, but it was a ghost spell. It wasn't useful. So then I ended up scooping, not letting him team my deck. Went into game 2. I made full board. He scooped. Game 3, he ended up kind of bricking. I was able to hand trap him twice, and he just really couldn't play after that. And then he ended up scooping after he saw my Cupsy. But I do want to say, whenever somebody tells me like they could have won, I love to go back. I set up, like he told me, he's like, maybe I could have won game 2, and I said, all right, we have about 25 minutes still left for the round. So I said, let's set up game 2, set up the full board. I said, I want you to play through it as if you didn't know, play it like you normally would play it in a tournament. I want to see if you could actually win. Of course, he couldn't win. So he got himself to like a good spot, but any 1-card combo would have cooked him. So, anyways, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for the line. I want you guys to know the lines. I want to know the lines to see if I was actually able to lose it if I misplayed, but of course not. So, going into round 7, I'll keep you guys up. All right, everyone. Went into the last round. I don't know if I reported the last round. I ended up playing against like the Labyrinth Butler person. This final round, I ended up playing against the Miro Max. I played against Yummy, and I ended up playing another friend. He hooked me. He won the die roll, made full board. I couldn't break it. And then game 2, I made my full board, and he's actually playing. He sided into like a breaker Yummy variant, and so he custom hand, bro. He had Engage, he had Harpies, he had Lightning Storm, he had Call by the Grave, Obedience School, Lollipo, and what else? Oh, of course, Drones. Dude, I could not. He just broke my whole board and destroyed me. He didn't kill me that turn. I was able to like make it to next turn, but he still had like 2 interruptions next turn for my 2 pushes that I had. So it wasn't too much, but hey, it is what it is. I'm X3 now, so got to do better for next week for LA Regionals and Yuma, so I'll keep you guys up to date on those. But hey, that's it for the weekend. Maybe I'll play in the World Celebration event tomorrow. If I do, you guys will see this video continue. If not, yo, before we close out, I just want to say craziest thing happened. I got 30th place, obviously, because I was X3, and even the double loss got into play. It is what it is. 30th place didn't really take me that far for an X3. That's kind of crazy. But anyways, I won a JBL speaker off the raffle. Insane. I basically got the prize of a top 8. Cool. Continue. If not, thank you guys so much for keeping up with this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Panda hats. See you guys next time.